Hello again, wrestling fans. My name is Shane Shatters, and welcome once again to Shane Shatters Presents Classic Indies, some of the great independent wrestling action from all over the world over the last 30 years. We'd like to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving right here from the Independent Rewind. Myself, Shane Shatters, Frosty Rob, Steven Starks, all of you, we hope you've stuffed yourself with turkey, you've had all the stuffing, you've had all the mashed potatoes and all the gravy and all the cranberries, and now this is your special Thanksgiving episode wrestling right here on the Independent Rewind. We're going to go to the Smoky Mountains, ladies and gentlemen. One of my all-time favorite places. This is the King of the Mountain match. This is during Fan Week 1994. And this takes place at Morrisville, Tennessee at the high school. This match is a continuous matchup where one man, they keep on wrestling until there's finally a winner at the end. Right here, my good friend, the legendary WWE Hall of Famer, one half of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton. We'd like to thank those of you who have joined us over the last several weeks. The increased viewership due to our friendship with Patrick McNeil over at the Wayback Playback Podcast. Thank you for stopping in and checking things out. Your referee is the late Mark Curtis. The way the rules work is once there's a pinfall, submission, a disqualification, or a count out, another wrestler comes into the ring. So this is a long match, but this is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, one of the great wrestling traditions of years gone by, were the Thanksgiving night specials in the Mid-Atlantic, most notably Starrcade, World Class Championship Wrestling, the AWA, and all the great territories of years gone by. Entering the ring now, one half of the Heavenly Bodies, the Gigolo, Jimmy Del Rey. You see Jimmy Cornette at ringside here. We're about to ring the bell and get things started. Welcome to Shane Shatters Presents the very special Thanksgiving edition. And I'm certainly hoping, if we don't have them already, I'm going to plug for having some special effects with some turkeys and some other things as well. This show drops at approximately 12 p.m., so if the Detroit Lions are already losing 14-0, you can go ahead and flip over to the channel and check us out. That's a little dig at my son Donovan, who's sitting over here to my right off the camera here, who is an avid Detroit fan. Obviously, you can see by my attire, I'm a big Cleveland fan. Go Browns! I'm excited and revved up to be here this morning, and so far I haven't stammered over too many words, so let's hope this keeps going. This match is probably 30 minutes at minimum in duration. The entire crew of the Smoky Mountain at that period of time was in this matchup, with the exception, I believe, of Killer Kyle and Bullet Bob Armstrong, who had wrestled in a match that we had done several months ago when Cornette teamed with Kyle against Bullet Bob in a special handicap match. Oh yeah, that was the match we needed the okay for. One of our faithful watchers and subscribers thought that we needed to call Jim Cornette and get permission. I forgot about that. Well, we didn't, and we didn't call him, and we didn't need it. Del Rey, of course, passed away a few years ago. He was the replacement for Stan Lane in the Heavenly Bodies tag team, and I can't say that the team itself lost a step. Del Rey was a tremendous in-ring competitor, as you're probably about to see here once these two hook him up. Go Ricky, the big hair girl says. Cornette getting some final words in with Del Rey here. This is the King of the Mountain match. This is Smoky Mountain Wrestling during Fan Week 1994. I wish I had some of the Thanksgiving weekend shows from that year to stay with our theme. Hunky getting a little anxious here. Del Rey playing a little game with him. Uh-oh, what? You think? What's going to happen? What is he going to do? Is he going to? Yes? No? Come on, Punky. He's wide open. He's wide open. He's just he thought the better of it. He might have outthought himself on that one. That move wouldn't have taken Del Rey out of this match, but it certainly would have been an early stanza, getting a little bit of a psychological advantage. Here we go. Collar elbow tie up. Pushing him back into the corner here. Mark Curtis getting in between them. Oh, and Del Rey going right to that. Oh, right to a short right hand. Didn't tickle, didn't hurt him. This time he ain't letting it go, and this time with a boot to the ass. And Del Rey is sore a little bit here now. We got a lot of things coming up here as we head towards the holidays here at the Independent Rewind. And the first of the year, we're going to have some very special announcements here in the next couple weeks. A very special event taking place that will commemorate Shane Shadow's 30 years in professional wrestling. And a couple rights and pushing Del Rey back to the corner and pushing him and pushing him. A little bit of audio track background there. Oh, short fist drop. Short fist drop. Fist drop has Del Rey. See, I jinxed myself. Outstanding camera work here. Head first into the corner. And a side headlock takeover here by Morton. Mark Curtis right out in front. This is the perfect position for a referee to be in a situation like this when a man's down on his back and a hold. The referee always wants to be in front of the count or in front of the action. He doesn't want to be behind it. You see how Mark's kind of trying to peek behind to see if Del Rey with a handful of tights here. Curtis wants to try to catch him, and this is what makes this such a compromising position, is that the referee should be in front, but a nefarious rule breaker like Del Rey might take advantage of. Caught him that time, pushed him over, tried it again, caught him again, push him back, put him again, push him back. Now we're just going back and forth. Now it's becoming kind of a, Ricky with a short right again to Del Rey. Oh, field goal. Field goal. Did Curtis not see that, or is he letting it blatantly kind of... Fist drop from Del Rey this time. I don't know if he's letting that go, just thinking maybe it was incidental. Another fist drop. Handful of esophagus there by Del Rey. No. Is he raking him across the... Oof. Oh, rope burn. Ouch. Been there. Done that. Del Rey with another uppercut of sorts. Definitely got Ricky on the defensive here. Now we start to get into some roughhouse tactics. Blocked it. Nice one. Coming in. Oh, shoulder. Shoulder or headbutt right to the midsection area. Outstanding action here from Smoky Mountain Wrestling, one of the great latter-day independent territories. This kind of wrestling, unfortunately, only exists now right here on the Independent Rewind. There's a lot of great independents out there, but some of this old classic stuff, the whole impetus of our show here is to bring you the classic indies, not only from our region here, matches that... Is he got and a 2 kick out? Not only matches from our region featuring guys like myself and the late great Neil Superior and Kahlua and Tom Brandy and Switchblade and Bobby Keller and Dougie Delicious, but some of the great independents of the past like the Smoky Mountains and South Atlantic, and of course we've done our shit. Sunset flip, out the back door. Del Rey charge it. Oh! Super kick landed well. Right on the button, and Morton's down. Unos, dos. Left the back door open, did not hook that leg. These two veterans are going at it strong here, but this is just the opening moments of this classic matchup that's probably never been seen by anybody unless you were in the tape trading circles or you were there at the convention. Now, I was at this convention, but I left a few days earlier. I missed these last few cards, and I think this was the last night of the tour. This was the same week as the Night of the Legends event that was just such an exciting event to be a part of. It was a great week and a great time to be in wrestling. Downstairs goes Morton. And again, handful of hair. Del Rey continues his control. Del Rey got a late break in his career. Of course, he wrestled around the Florida area and did some television work in Atlanta under the names of Jimmy Richland and Jimmy Backlund because of he had very bright red hair and had a strong resemblance to former world heavyweight champion Bob Backlund. But when Stan Lane decided to hang up his tights in 1993, and Tom Pritchard and Jimmy Cornette needed a tag team partner, Kevin Sullivan recommended Jimmy Richland to Cornette, and thus the Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey was born. Oh, big comeback and really a defensive move there by Del Rey, but grabbed a handful of tights and threw Morton out to the floor. This girl's enthusiasm is infectious. She's trying to encourage Ricky Morton back to his feet. Cornette trying to sneak around the post here. He's going to see if he can get a shot in, and sure enough, he does. Right to the ribs. So much action to see in this match. I hope you're tuned in. If you're tuned in now, you've tuned out of NFL football and probably tuned out of your family. You've had enough of them. From the outside in, sunset flip. Del Rey grabs a hold of Cornette. Oh, no thank you. 1, 2, 3. That's it for Del Rey. And Morton moves on to the next round in this matchup. As I said, once there's a pinfall, a submission, a disqualification, or a countout, another man enters into the match until only one man remains. A little something special, a little something different for you here on the Thanksgiving edition of the Independent Rewind. Who's up next for Ricky Morton? You guys want to take a guess? You guys might not even, you probably don't even know who's on hand. Don't know who's on the crew. And Del Rey's mad. He's headed back into the dressing room. He's very upset. But who's in? No, I'm sorry, Killer Kyle is in this match. I thought he was not. Little surprise here. The rough and tumble Killer Kyle here, putting the boots to Ricky Morton, who's been worn down in the previous 10 minutes of action. Oh, a backbreaker. Kyle was strong as an ox. And a 2 count, but didn't hook the leg. Working on that lower back now, Killer Kyle. Impact wrestler, Killer Kyle, and I don't mean he worked for TNA. I mean that he was a guy who was going to bring you his best stuff as quickly as he could. He wasn't trying to be out there for 10 minutes. He was trying to make short work of everybody, much like he is to Ricky Morton now. Oh, he flipped, hanging him upside down. Tree of Woe, as it has often been called. Made somewhat famous by Kevin Sullivan, who we mentioned earlier. And Kyle just laying in. Killer Kyle's made numerous appearances here on the Independent Rewind from these tapes during this era. Previously, besides teaming with Cornette, we've seen him in action and tandem against the Rock and Roll Express. So Killer Kyle, no stranger to anybody who's been watching this show since its inception. Look out. Protect thyself. Oh, trying to stretch those, trying to bust those hamstrings up, trying to just tear, rip and tear. That's the Killer Kyle way. Rip and tear, rip and tear. Look at the expression on Ricky Morton's face. Look at the pain. But he's trying to get this crowd of, it looks like it's approximately 500 people in the high school gym, which when you consider the fact that Morristown, Tennessee was only about 45 minutes to an hour away from Knoxville, Tennessee, who just on Friday night had 6,000 plus fans in attendance, and then was up the road at Johnson City that same week, which is again only another hour or so away. So the support here was strong. This is probably the strongest that Smoky Mountain as a territory had become, running monthly to weekly events. Kyle trying to take that leg home with him. Yes, Wishbone. He is just stomping away in there. A chronic injury area, and maybe some of that has started from this, because several weeks ago when Ricky Morton had joined me in tag team action on Labor Day weekend, he had showed me a seriously bruised inner inner thigh area that he said he needed a little bit of backup. He needed a little bit of protection. So maybe it's a nagging old injury from back in the 90s. And maybe Killer Kyle's the man responsible for it initially. Fight, Ricky, fight. Ricky is just always in any match that Ricky Morton's in, he's never done. Not the biggest man, not the best body, but let me tell you something about Ricky Morton. Probably as gutsy and tough as any wrestler I've ever met. And obviously his success as a WWE Hall of Famer, multiple-time World Tag Team Champion, he's been all over the world, is a good indication of that. Handful of face from Kyle. Irish whip. He hit it hard. Oh, a little blurry here. He just beat Kyle. Rolled Kyle up in about 4 minutes. And Morton moves on to the next round of the King of the Mountain matchup. Good action so far, huh? All right, there he is sitting on. He's a man of few words, ladies and gentlemen. Donovan Heimberger, one of the standouts and stalwarts of the junior varsity Williamsport Wildcat football team, on his way up the ladder. Got to make sure that we got to plug Wildcat ball and plug my boy as well. So a little bit of something. I tried to encourage him to join me here on commentary, but he's a little shy, and that's okay. Everybody leaves more camera room for his daddy. Morton's definitely hurting here. Kyle's not trying to leave too quickly, but Morton's kind of backing himself into the corner a little bit, like a wounded animal, perhaps just trying to wait to see. You know, you got to protect yourself. Keep your back. Is it Candido?
I can see it.
Yeah, I know he's in this match. Indeed. Led to the ring by his longtime fiance and WWE Hall of Famer herself, Tammy Sitch, a.k.a. Sunny. Chris Candido. Just earlier in the weekend had his head shaved in this matchup with the Rock and Roll with the Night of Legends. He's wearing his colorful bonnet. This is something of a vendetta here as Morton and Candido take it to the floor. Into the post goes see, oh, look at the damage that's been done here. Look at the damage that's been done. Oh, my, he's got a chair. Oh, look at this. The action out of control already. And Mark Curtis is letting this go. I'm a little surprised that he allowed that infraction to pass. He probably should have disqualified Morton in this matchup. Candido regaining the offensive here, going back to that leg. Trying to snap that leg right off. This has been a long 15 or 20 minutes here for Candido. Not for Candido, I'm sorry, Morton. Candido's fresh into the match. The whole objective here is how long can a guy last? How long can a guy last? Everyone's trying to bring their A game as quickly as they can. This will most likely be the longest episode of Shane Shadows Presents that has ever been produced here. Yeah, from start to finish on this matchup, we're gonna be here for a little while. So I'm not trying to. I hope I don't run out of cliches. Look at that little guillotine across the bridge of the nose there, Candido. Candido was embarrassed by his head shaving, so he wore a bonnet.
Looks like where they got Buzz Lightyear film.
Yeah, quite possibly. Hammering away on that leg. He's got a desperation time here for Rick, I gotta say. Enziguri! Oh, he took Candido almost out of his bonnet on that one. I hope the cameraman isn't too infatuated with Sunny, as attractive as she was. We're here to watch the match.
She really dressed as
Yes. Spot show special.
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 to the face there. Oh, they're going into her purse. What are they doing? Uh-oh. What is this? Is he loading up? Headbutt. 1, 2, 3. Candido moving on with an illegal assist here from Tammy Sitch, the loaded headbutt. Candido into the next round of the King of the Mountain match. Walk outside. Walk outside.
Yeah.
Oh, is he catching it? He's searching him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Donovan's my personal secretary today. Filled all my calls. Candido's pleading innocence, of course, trying to say that everything was clean. And there's no evidence because he already passed it back to Tammy. So Ricky's out. Not happy about it. Live to fight another day. This is not the end of this battle between these two. Candido was a fantastic talent. I had the opportunity to wrestle Chris on several occasions and just so naturally good. Such a sad ending for him in terms of what happened to him after he had overcome his battles with addiction. Then you know.
Yeah, they knew he was coming out.
We're getting somebody the crowd's very happy to see. Well, guess who it is? It's Robert Gibson, Ricky Morton's tag team partner. Now he's here to settle the score. And they're going right into it. Fist and fire, tooth and nail. Digging it in. Big knee lift from Hoot. Off the ropes coming out. Look at the backdrop there. Candido's already in trouble and Tammy doesn't know what to do. Oh! Ouch. Chris going to come off the top here. Look at the agility on Candido. Fired one into the nuts. Big drop kick from Hoot. And down to the floor goes Candido. Outstanding action here. 1994 Smoky Mountain. But we're bringing it to you on Thanksgiving 2021 as Shane Shatters presents the best in independent professional wrestling from all over the world for the last 30 years. It's not just a tagline, folks. We live it and breathe it here at the Independent Rewind. And thank you for joining us. Happy holidays to you. These two are dug in and tied up heavy here. Candido getting the advantage with the right hand. Curtis trying to warn him about it. Big snapmare here. Coming up, little leg drop action. Yes, he got it. He got it. Once, twice, and a big kick out. A lot of guys missing hooking that leg here in the stages of this matchup. Out in front. Everything good? Is he trying to say something? Does it sound important?
He was just saying something like, he was just reminding about it's usually being cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If he calls back, tell him that we'll be down on Tuesday instead of today because of...
I try to tell him, but it's not working.
Yeah, I got you.
Cut it out, but yeah.
My father, ladies and gentlemen, the only guy in the world who doesn't know how to text. Kick out by Robert Gibson. Candido going to spread him out here. A little spread eagle, a little wing ski here.
Pretty sure he lives in the best place in the world for cell phones.
Yeah, he's about 2 miles from here.
Yeah. Down in that little valley.
Yep. Down in Talmington, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know where it is, nobody else does either. Robert trying to struggle to his feet here on that surfboard that Candido has applied. He's back to his feet. Now he's going to try to turn, which is a difficult position to be in, but if he can turn him, he can definitely regain the advantage, and he's done it. But not for long, Candido reached, and not again. That's the fourth time we've seen that already. The fourth time that we've seen that already, which, you know, again, it's... I don't know what to say about it other than things like that shouldn't happen this many times without the referee really cracking down. We're going for a snap. It looks like a snap suplex. Good block by the veteran Robert Gibson. I also had the opportunity on this weekend not only to do an interview with Robert Gibson as we were eating together at Hooters. I got to meet his brother Ricky Gibson, who was a talent way before his time, an outstanding talent. But he got injured and he got old a lot faster than he really should have. Which is, I guess, I don't know how else to explain that, but how some guys just look old and get old quick. He was one. But he was an outstanding talent in his own right. And Rob, oh my God! Shooting across, Irish whip into the corner, back elbow. Caught Candido, looked like it caught him on the side of the jaw. Now he's begging for mercy here. Handful of face once again. A lot of questionable tactics taking place here. I guess Mark Curtis was instructed as the official to let things kind of, to be lenient to a certain degree because there was a prestige and money on the line in this very unique matchup. What's he going for? He's going back to the well. He's going to try to take Robert out like he took out Ricky. Oh, but he hit. Oh my! 1, 2, 3. Robert Gibson. Candido's illegal tactics come back to haunt him. Okay, so we're how many guys in here? Ricky, Del Rey, Killer Kyle, Candido, Hoot Gibson. We're 5 guys in here. We probably got 5 or possibly 6 more guys yet to go. Where are we at in this matchup?
I was going to say, they're going to be quick with it. It's a half hour long. It's 26 minutes in so far.
Well, then we're going to be longer than 26 minutes. All right, we're going to be here for a while. We told you, but this is your Thanksgiving edition. Your Thanksgiving edition of the Independent Rewind. Shane Shadows presents Classic Indies. And who's about to come out? Well, we didn't expect this one. If I'm hearing the music in the background correctly, they're looking around. Well, he definitely wasn't there, but another wild-eyed Southern boy was, in fact, part of the Smoky Mountain crew during this time. It's going to be Tracy Smothers. It's going to be Tracy Smothers. This is going to be a battle of friends here. Just kind of switching things up here a little bit in the mid-match because I guess eventually the coin flips or however the order of entry was determined, at one point or another, a friend was going to fight a friend. It almost would have had to have happened. Tracy Smothers, another outstanding talent I had the good luck and opportunity to work with in the past, and obviously he met an early passing. I think he died earlier this year, or was it last year? But Tracy was a great talent with like a tremendous, one of the nicest guys you ever meet with one of the worst tempers you'll ever see. It was just, it was crazy. We mean no offense, and there's no offense intended here, I don't think, but the Confederate flag jacket and tights that Tracy Smothers, he was just a proud Southern boy from Springfield, Tennessee. He wasn't nobody here trying to hurt anybody with that. This is just what it was and how it was, and if you're offended, I apologize, and if you need to move on from this matchup, we understand, but we'll see you next time. Smothers getting ready to pass out a bandana. People are nuts. I mean, it's been a great match so far. And now you're going to get to see a scientific battle of friends here. Rock and Roll Express and Tracy Smothers was the 2 most popular acts in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Of course she got it. She got more than that, I'm sure, by the end of the night. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us once again here on Thanksgiving afternoon. Robert Gibson and Tracy Smothers getting ready to hook them up here. A little shoot and slide action from each of them. A little amateur background on being displayed by both. And we've got them tied up. We're tossing and turning. Tossing and turning. Tossing a turn all night. Get out of the way, ref. Get out of the way, Mark Curtis. All right, got a little. Yep, digging a little bit of ass. A hot summer night in a high school gym. Get a little sweaty, get a little skids, get a little.
Well, the cameraman's getting a little lazy. He's got the camera sitting on the mat.
Yeah, he's. It's been. We're 30 minutes in here. Lots of action.
Get that man a tripod.
Move. All right, headlock by Smothers. Shoots off. Big tackle. Big tackle. Step over. Going for the hip. Blocked it. Gibson tossed over. No big follow-up. Tracy not trying to be real aggressive with his friend. Now a little handshaking. No scientific action here. King of the Mountain match right here in the middle. About to probably pretty close to the midway point. Should we break this up? Or should we just keep going?
I say if you want to do a part 2, about 29 minutes in, we can break it up. Start right from where we started.
Okay. Why don't we get through this one?
Okay.
And then we're going to break this up. We don't want to try to keep you on here for an hour or so at a time, folks. And, when we apologize for that, I hope you're enjoying the action. And you can follow up and see the exciting conclusion of this matchup here, I guess, next week.
Yeah.
Next week. So you're going to
come back.
Yeah, we a little cliffhanger here. What happens? Does Smothers turn on Hoot? Does Hoot turn on Smothers? Small package. 1, 2. Nope, not quite. Arm drag takedown by the Rock and Roller. See, this is where, like, if we were like on Worldwide, NWA Worldwide Wrestling back in the 80s, we'd be playing the credits as this match goes on, executive producer and so forth like that, which would be funny. I don't know if we could do that, but I kind of tipped it'd be a spoiler now. You know it was coming. The executive producer of this match is Frosty Rob Wells. All right, you want to break here?
Yeah,
We're gonna break right here, fans. We're gonna pause.
Yep, we're gonna
As these two get ready to go into a Greco-Roman knuckle lock, and we're going to thank you once again for joining us on your Thanksgiving from the Independent Rewind and from Shane Shatters Presents Classic Indies. Happy holidays, everyone. Tune in next week for the exciting